Hey guys, a little bit of a different video today. Normally, I talk about games and like game adjacent shit, but today I want to talk about how I went bald for a year and how, as dramatic as it sounds, it kind of opened my eyes to, and I kind of see the world in a different place than I did before. As cringe as that may sound, but let me explain to you why. So, for those that don't know, I had very long hair back in like June of 2022. It was down to like the bottom of my shoulder blades. And, I'd grown it out because I saw the final season of Attack on Titan and I was like, damn, Aaron Yeager's hairstyle is sick. So I grew it out and then I kind of just kept growing it out. But eventually, I got a little bit annoyed with having long hair because I live in Arizona. It gets a little hot here. Having long hair was annoying. I hated having to, tie it up or like put a little freaking cap on whenever I wanted to go in my pool. I hated having to like alternate between having it tied down and having it tied up when I was working out because I was working out a lot at the time. I had to have it down when I was doing bench press because fuck up my head when it was tied up, and then I had to have it tied up really high when I was doing squats and stuff like that, or else you get caught on the bar. I just got annoyed with it, okay? So I decided I'm just gonna shave it off. And I didn't really think anything of it, but holy hell, apparently that is a big deal. Apparently, hair is very important to a lot of people. And I was kind of unaware of this, to be honest with you, because I know a lot of bald people, and none of them have ever said that there's any like they've went through any trials or tribulations for being bald. It's not something that's really talked about a lot. But in the year that I spent bald, I easily got 10 times the amount of negativity than I did when I had hair. I mean, it's actually absurd. And before like you think I got hurt feelings or anything about it. I didn't because, at the end of the day, it was a conscious decision I was making every 2 days. If you want to stay bald, you have to shave all the time. Most people like, the Andrew Tate and the David Goggins and stuff that have the real shiny heads, those dudes shave every single day and they like shave with a straight razor. I mean, they're psychopaths, I was shaving like every 2 days. And it's actually a lot of work to stay bald. So I was, not really offended by it because it's like when people make fun of me for wearing glasses, you know? It's like, dude, it's 2023. If I had a problem with wearing glasses or I didn't want to wear glasses, I would not be making the conscious effort every single day to get my glasses and put them on. I'd just wear contacts, you know? Like for me, I look better with glasses. That's just a fact because if I take my glasses off, which I won't do because I'll spare all of you the scarring, the mental scarring, but if I were to take off my glasses, you would see what 4 hours a day on average of sleep does to a motherfucker. I mean, the bags under my eyes look like the trenches dug in World War I. They're really bad, okay? But glasses helps alleviate that a little bit. So that's why, I wear glasses. I don't wear contacts. And so for me, I saw being bald as the same thing. I was like, well, it's a conscious effort I am making this decision every day or every 2 days. So it didn't offend me or anything like that. But then I started thinking about people that don't make that decision, people that don't have the ability to make that decision, people going through male pattern baldness, and how fucking awful of an experience that must be for these guys. And in case you don't know, according to a quick Google search, 50% of men over the age of 40 go through male pattern baldness. So it's not like a small amount of people. Like it's a fucking lot. And a lot of them start experiencing it earlier, even in their 20s. I mean, my dad started going bald when he was like 30. So, right around the corner. And for the record, no, I am not balding yet. I'm not balding. This is just a scuffed, I just have a scuffed hairline and a big forehead, okay? And in case you don't believe me, I do have some fucking receipts here, as the kids say. I'll show you the receipts. This is me as like a toddler. You can see same scuffed ass hairline. Uh big forehead. Yes, I look like an evil child. I know. I kind of was an evil child, to be honest. This is me as a baby as well. And you could see same fucking scuffed ass hairline. Okay, so listen, unless my shit was receding out of the womb, this is just, it's just my hairline and just my forehead. But anyway, I just wanted to clear that up because, I did get that a lot. Like, oh, this fucking dude's balding and stuff. One of people's insults. I'm like, not balding. I'm just bald. Okay, there's a difference. Um, but yeah. Anyway, so I really started to think about like people with male pattern baldness and people who don't have a choice but to be bald. Like, dude, if you have to make the decision between your hair, like doing this, right? Or like having no hair on top or whatever, if you have to make the decision between that and between like being bald, it's not even like it's not a decision. You're gonna be bald, right? Like, props to the dudes that rock the like balding down the middle or whatever look. It doesn't look good. It's never looked good, but you have to respect the cojones on those dudes because holy fuck. I mean, sometimes it can make you smarter though. I feel like if you're a professor and you're rocking that hairstyle, you do definitely get a little more respect. Like you're a little smarter. Your IQ points probably go up like 5 or 10 points by that. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Um, but yeah, I started to feel really really bad. And here's the thing, man. It's not even like I was in an argument with somebody and then they would retort and be like, "You're a bald piece of shit." I mean, sometimes that happened, most definitely. Sometimes we'd be having a conversation, we'd be talking about who knows what, the ethics of microtransactions in Diablo 4 or something, and we would be actually having an intellectual dialogue. And then just out of nowhere, they'd be like, "Hey, you're a fucking bald piece of shit." you know, that definitely happened. But I'm talking like I would leave a comment on a Jeremy Johns movie review talking about how I liked a movie, and some dude would reply and be like, "Shut the fuck up, you balding streamer." And here's the thing, right? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, well, that dude's just an asshole. He's just a jerk, and he would have said something, to you regardless. And you're wrong. You're actually wrong. I, and you're just going to have to take my word for this, but I've been on the internet a long time. I've been making content since I was like freaking 14 or 15. I'm 27 now, right? So it's been a while. And my channel is not even anywhere near as popular as it was back in the day. These days I probably get like 50,000 views every month, and I probably get around 600 or 700 hours of watch time every month, which is nothing to scoff at, to be sure, but it's nothing compared to the crazy numbers I was getting back then, right? And the thing that's crazy about it is that you would think like, oh, I'd be receiving way more negativity when I was getting way more views, but that's literally not even the case. That's not the case at all. Like, there's something about being bald that just channels negativity, man. I've just seen so much more negativity since I was bald, that year of being bald, than I ever have in all of the years that I've made content. And it also is not just relegated to being online because like yeah, when I did stuff online and I had hair, I never ever had people just randomly attack me. That never happened. Like, that was a unique experience entirely to being bald. But it also like transcended past online. Like, in person, I had some teenagers in the store laughing at my ass. They said, "Hey man, nice haircut," as they were all laughing their asses off, And me and the autism, I thought they were being nice. because I'm really bad. I'm picking up on like social and verbal cues. So I said, "Oh, thanks, guys." Like I was actually happy about it. And then it wasn't until after that my dad was like, "Yeah, those guys were making fun of you. They were not." My dad was like, "You should have told them you had cancer." I was like, "Whoa, why would I do that?" They were just complimenting me. He's like, Because they were insulting you. They weren't being nice." I was like, "Oh, oh, yeah." Probably would have been funny to say I had cancer, but I didn't. But I probably look like I have cancer, because I'm a fucking skinny guy. Um, and that's the thing. Like, if I could grow out a giant beard, or if I was ripped and had muscles, I don't think it would probably be as big of a thing. But I'm not, and I can't. So, until I could grow a beard, fingers crossed, one of these days in my 30s for sure, I'll be rocking a lumberjack beard or something. But until then, um, you know, that's not happening. So it was something that actually, like, yes, I was impacted far more online, but I was also impacted, a ton like in person. And it wasn't just that altercation. I was talking to a girl, a young black girl that I work with, and she was like, "Can I tell you something?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was actually just new. She just worked probably in like the last 6 or 7 months with us. She got hired on. She's like, "Can I tell you something?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." Her name was Legend. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't say that on here. Uh, well, hopefully she doesn't watch this. It's nothing bad or anything, but she's like, uh, I thought you were racist when I first met you. And I was like, what? Like, why? And she's like, well, you know. And I was like, no, I don't know. She's like, oh, because you're, bald. And I was like, because I know a lot of bald people, and I've never thought bald racist. Like, listen, I don't live under a rock. I know skinheads exist, but I mean, skinheads, they're not that common, right? Like in all the states I've lived in, I have not seen a bunch of skinheads. I mean, I'd understand if I had like a fucking head tattoo or something like that, that would lead you to that assumption. But I was just like, what the hell? How many people just think I'm racist because I'm bald? Like, how many relationships can I potentially not have with other people because they're just going to think I'm racist for being bald? There's like all sorts of these things that happen. And I don't know, man. I just kind of view the world differently now. Like when I see people who are bald, I actually feel bad for them. I feel some pity for them. I'm like, damn, dude. Like this guy is playing life on hard mode. He is. And don't get me wrong, dude. I'm not saying that people being mean and making fun of you and, thinking you're racist and stuff like that because you're bald is on the same level as like racism or homophobia or transphobia or something, right? Don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm no I'm not making this argument at all. I think we all know those things are a higher level. But I think they're in the same umbrella for a lot of people as being made fun of or being judged and treated poorly because of your appearance on something that you cannot change, right? Or like being, gay and trans and stuff. Obviously, that's not necessarily an appearance thing. That's more, you know, something else. That's more like being, discriminated because of your religion and stuff or beliefs, right? But I think it's under the same umbrella, right? Is like these poor dudes are being just beaten the shit out of by people, and all because they're fucking bald, man. It's crazy to me. I did not think that hair like was such a big deal. I really didn't. And then, I went into the wormhole of dudes who are balding who then shave it off, right? And I started watching a lot of those videos and I was like, to me they were very powerful because I most of the time you saw like their confidence kick in and stuff because being bald is way better than balding. But Then you would go into the comments and you would see usually women, and they're like, man, bald guys are so fucking ugly. I remember this one video I saw. It was this like YouTube short. It had like 10 million likes, so God knows how many views it had. And it was about this chick ranting that she had a crush on a guy and then he got a buzz cut. And then I go into the comments and all of these girls are talking about, oh, if a dude gets a buzz cut or if he goes bald, he is just like instantly fucking ugly. He goes he goes from like an 8 out of 10 to a 2 out of 10. He's just like he's just fucking dead. He just becomes an abomination, And it's like, holy hell, like a lot of people care about this stuff. Like a lot of people are judging people so heavily and for hair. So yeah, I mean, I don't want this video to be too long. If anything, it's just kind of a rant, but it is one of those things where I don't recommend you go bald unless you have to. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. Okay, I unless you are very clearly balding, right? Then okay, like you gotta go bald, bro. You have to. Um, or you can look into some fucking male pattern baldness treatment. I mean, I hear that stuff's came a long way. I don't know. To be honest, I probably won't fuck with any of that because I don't care enough. And at that point, hopefully, I'm just old enough where people will accept as the old bald guy. Being young and being bald, I think is also a unique trial. People don't usually expect it, unless you have leukemia or some crazy shit. But so I wouldn't recommend it. 1 out of 10 for bald rating would not recommend. But anyway, I just wanted to rant a little bit about it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me. We'll get back to gaming content, but I did want to make a video about it because I thought it was an enlightening experience for me, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And maybe you'll think twice before roasting a bald guy because who knows, man. His hair could have been his identity, and now he's been forced through male pattern baldness to go bald, and God knows. I mean, you go into the comments of these bald videos and like balding videos, and you just see so many men talking about how it's like the worst experience they've ever had is balding, and like how much their hair meant to them and stuff. And it's actually just really sad. It's kind of a very sad topic that I don't really see touched on a lot, unfortunately. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And, maybe compliment a bald guy. Just, just go out there and be like, hey, man, you got a nice head. Something. I don't know. I think that probably would have been weird if somebody told me that. But say their head's looking shiny. No, probably don't say that either. I don't know how you compliment someone for being bald. Just compliment them on something that's not being bald. Yeah, do that. Yeah, say they have nice shoes or something, dude. I don't fucking know. Make a bald person's day. Anyway, bye bye.